So everyone's jumping on the AI bandwagon, right? But a new white paper from the World Economic Forum is asking a really important question. Are we actually ready for the cybersecurity risks that come with all this? Let's dig into what they found out.
Okay, so first things first. We need to get one thing straight. AI isn't some sci-fi movie concept anymore. It's here, it's now, and it's already changing, well, pretty much everything.
I mean, just look around. You've got it running robots on factory floors. You've got it making decisions in the financial markets. AI is being woven into the fabric of these huge industries at an incredible speed. As you can see from these reports, it's not just a small tweak. It's completely changing how things like manufacturing and finance even operate.
And hey, it's not just factories and finance. We're talking about crucial stuff like healthcare, right? Where AI is helping to discover new treatments. And even in global shipping, where it's making logistics smarter and greener. The point is, this isn't happening in just one or two places. It is everywhere, and it's picking up speed.
So, here's the really big shift that's happening. Companies aren't just playing around with AI in some back room anymore. They're not just experimenting. They are plugging it right into the heart of their day-to-day business. And when you go from just testing something to making it a core part of how you operate, well, that completely raises the stakes. Because if the AI is critical to your mission, then you better believe its security is, too.
Okay, and that brings us right to the heart of the issue. You know, when most of us hear AI and cybercrime, we immediately think of the bad guys, right? Hackers using AI to launch super smart attacks. And yeah, that's a problem. But this report argues that there's an even bigger and honestly less talked about risk we need to worry about. Just how vulnerable are the AI systems we're building?
So you can kind of think of this as a two-sided coin. On one side, you've got the attackers using AI to get better at what they do. We know that. But the other side of that coin, every single time we roll out a new AI system, we're basically creating a brand new door for attackers to try and break down. A whole new attack surface. And that's the real focus here. How do we secure the very AI that we're starting to rely on for, well, everything?
So what does an attack on an AI system actually look like? A perfect example is data poisoning. This is where an attacker subtly feeds bad data into an AI's training set, basically to corrupt the model from the inside out. Think about it. If the data it learns from is garbage, the AI's decisions are going to be garbage too. Its performance, its reliability, everything gets compromised. And if you look at this, it really shows you that the entire life of an AI system is basically a potential battlefield. Yeah, an attack like data poisoning happens early on, in that training phase. But look, there are weak spots everywhere. From the data that goes in, to the model itself, and even the answers that come out. It's a completely new and much bigger landscape of risk we're dealing with.
So, how in the world are we supposed to defend against all this? Well, the report offers up a really powerful idea, kind of like a new motto for security in the age of AI, and it's this: shift left, expand right. Sounds a bit catchy, right? But what it's really about is being proactive before problems start and staying resilient after they do.
All right, let's break that down because it's super important. Shift left, that just means you build security in from day one. You don't wait until the end and then try to slap some security measures on top. It's part of the design. Then expand right. That means once your AI is out in the wild, you're not done. You have to be constantly watching it, protecting it, ready to respond. And the last piece of the puzzle? Repeat. This isn't a one-and-done kind of thing. AI changes, threats change, so you have to keep doing this over and over. It's a cycle, not a checklist.
Okay, so that framework is a great concept. Shift left, expand right. Got it. But how do you actually do that? Like, what's the practical plan? Well, the report gets right into that, laying out a real action plan for leaders, the people who actually have to manage all this risk.
And really, for anyone in a leadership position, it all boils down to one central question. The real challenge isn't if you should adopt AI. It's how you do it. How do you make a smart, calculated bet that balances all the amazing things AI can do against these brand new, pretty complex risks?
So, how do you strike that balance? The report says it starts by asking some tough questions, like what's our organization's actual appetite for risk when it comes to AI? Are we tracking all the AI projects going on, or just the big, flashy ones? And this one's huge. Who's the person that's ultimately on the hook if an AI system goes sideways? You've got to have answers to these questions. That's the bedrock of a good strategy.
And when you step back and look at the big picture, this whole conversation isn't about hitting the brakes on AI innovation. Not at all. It's the exact opposite.
It's about giving organizations the tools to push forward, but to do it the right way, smartly, securely, and with real confidence.
And this isn't some niche idea. You're hearing this from leaders all over the tech world. This quote here from the CEO of Hewlett-Packard Enterprise, Antonio Neri, just hits the nail on the head. He says security can't be an afterthought. It has to be baked in from the very beginning. Because at the end of the day, that's the only way you're going to build AI that people can actually trust.
And really, if there's one thing to take away from all this, it's this. Thinking about AI security isn't some roadblock that's going to slow you down. It's actually a business enabler. The companies that figure this out, the ones that get it right, they're the ones who are going to build stronger products, they're going to earn more trust from their customers, and you know what that means? They're going to get a serious competitive advantage.
So I'll just leave you with this final thought, something to really chew on for your own work, your own organization. In this new age of AI, is your security strategy a separate checklist from your innovation strategy, or have they actually become the very same thing?